What's up everyone, I'm back and today I'm going to be showing you my Varolz the Scar Striped deck. This one is definitely weaker out of the other decks that I have, but this is the next one that I would like to upgrade. So if you guys have any suggestions on how to make this deck better, I will greatly listen and hopefully it'll become on par with some of the other decks I have. So we'll get started with the creatures just because this is a large portion of the deck, so this is the most cards that I have. There's 42 creatures in this deck, and eventually I'd like to get this down, so if you have any suggestions on cards I could remove, just let me know. So anyway, I will quickly just breeze through these just so that you can take a quick look, and I'll stop at cards that have helped quite a bit, like this one for example, cheap cost and quickly goes into the graveyard, so it's been super helpful. But I'll just quickly breeze through these. This deck is primarily +1/+1 counters, but I know there are some other ways I could take this deck if I really want to, like Infect and like more Voltron with equipment and all that stuff. Another great card, helps quite a bit. But I thought just +1/+1 counters was the way to go. But then obviously I have some like side elements, like Death Touch is super nice with this deck. Flying has helped quite a bit. But I've leaned heavily in the +1/+1 counters. But if you have any suggestions, like this card has helped quite a bit. But you also see I have a large land pile over here too, so anyway, wrapping up on the creatures. Next we will go into artifacts, I think is the way to go next. So I'm running three artifacts, starting with the Ozolith, and then the other two, Traveler's Amulet and Whip of Erebos are the next. That's the next one. And then I have one Planeswalker, which is Vraska, Golgari Queen. She's come quite in handy, especially with that her ultimate, and the +2 is also really nice as well because I need all the card draw I can get. And then next is sorceries. I have 4 of them, starting with Diabolic Tutor, and then March of the Returned, Sylvan Scrying, and lastly, Map of Wastes. Here are the enchantments. I'm running 7 of them. Hardened Scales is probably the big one out of the 7, just because, you know, I'm playing +1/+1 counters. And then also, this has helped quite a bit too, just because it gives all my creatures trample, and I need the card draw. So, Garrick's Uprising has helped quite a bit as well. And then lastly, before we get into lands, these are the instants. I'm running 4 of them. And then these are the last 2. And then I'll quickly go over the non-basic lands. I have 9 of them, starting with Overgrown Tomb. And just quickly breeze through these. Ending with the Slitherboar Pathway. And then last is just all of my basics. But anyway, that was this quick deck tech on Varolz. I'm struggling to come up with ways to just make this deck better. I think leaning in the +1/+1 counters, but just removing some creatures might help a little bit. Maybe going into Infect. I haven't really decided, but if you have any suggestions, let me know, and I will see you in the next video.